Hey guys, Jack and Savage here to help optimize your lower latency, help lower your ping, and also help with your Fortnite ping here. But before we get into it, what we're going to do is we're going to go down, type in restore, and it should come up with a create a restore point. We'll click on that. What we'll do first is go here and config, depending on how maximum you want to have it. I have mine at 5%, so we'll leave it at that. And then what we'll do down here, we'll go down to create, type in what you want it to restore to, or the name to your restore point. Press create and it'll make a restore point for where it's at right now. After you do all of that, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a speed tester called Ookla. So we'll go ahead and bring up a browser and go into type in Ookla speed tester, internet speed tester. We'll go here. We'll go to this first one up here. You can go ahead and open that up wider if you want. And we're going to test. So what we're looking for is your ping, your download and upload speed. We're just going through and checking. I have optic fiber, so my internet's the best you can get for latency. So checking that right now. Once it's done, so it looks like my ping is right now is going to be 869. So that's not bad. Next after that, there's another website you'll have. All this here will be down in the description below, so don't you worry. We'll go to this other website that test your buffer. All you'll do is just go down here, and depending on how it is, you can go here and do test again or start test. And all this is looking for your buffer latency. And we're going to test and see what we can do, see where it's at. You want to try to have it get to A+, but closer to A is better than having it to the lower C's or D's or F's. You don't want it there because that gives you more latency and stuff like that. So there's some modifications we can do to get better latency. And there's this one that I've done, and what it does, it decreases your upload and download speed, but you can turn it on and off, so you don't have to leave it at that. But if you're like playing, like say Fortnite or a competitive game that you want to make sure you're not having that latency, you can disable it, so that way it'll give you better buffer bloat. That way you don't have to worry about being so late and stuff. As you can see right here, I have a buffer bloat graded of C. What we're going to see by the end of this, we're going to have it as an A+. So there's some modifications we can all do. That ain't too bad. So what we're going to go to is our internet. So go here to start, go to settings, and then we're going to go to networks, and then you're going to go to advanced network settings. And then what you're going to do is look for the one that you're connected to first. So I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. I'm not connected to Ethernet. I'm connected to Ethernet 2. As you can see, it says network 4. So what we're going to do is bring down that little side on, and then we're going to go to more adapter options. Go in there. This is optional. You don't have to do this unless if you don't have like a printer connected to Wi-Fi or anything. Pretty much all you really need to have checked is the QS package schedule and the internet productive vision 4. Everything else you can pretty much have unchecked unless you use it. So if it messes something up on you, just go back and recheck mark the ones you unchecked. So you just need these two here. You'll be fine. After that, you'll go over here to power management. So default, this one and the top one will be all check mark. All you gotta do is go through and uncheck mark all of these. Those are power management stuff that we don't want. That introduces lag and ping increases. So if you turn that off, it'll help with that. And then after that, you'll go over here to the advanced tab. And your main thing in here is you want to go through and see where it says wake on magic package from S5, wake on pathway math matches. You want to turn all that stuff off. You don't want all this energy efficiency stuff. If you see flow control, go ahead and disable that. Idle power down restrictions, disable that. Interruption, disable. Interruption modern rate, disable. Pretty much you're going to go through here and disable everything. The only one you want to make sure you have still is the speed and duplex if it's on your route internet thing. So you'll go to it, and what you'll do in this one, you want to go to the highest one that it has in there. So mine is a 2.5 gigabyte full duplex. So that's the one I have marked. And after you do all that, you're going to go ahead and press OK. What that does is pretty much resetting all your internet stuff. Since I didn't have anything, this ain't going to change. It'll probably take about a minute or less. So it resets it all, and you'll have your internet back. And then the next thing you want to do is go to view additional properties. go into there. And this one here is where we're going to set up our DNS server stuff. So what we'll do is we're going to do it manually. So we'll go to edit, and here are DNS servers. There's 2 of them that that Epic recommends. There's the Google one, which I'm using. I found it gives me the more consistency, so I'm using it. And they have Cloudflare. I'll have both of them in the description below, so you can pick which one works best for you. And what we can do to test these is using command prompt. So what we'll do now is we'll go down here to the search bar again, and what you'll do is type in CMP command prompt. And when we find it, make sure if you don't have the option over here, what you'll do is right click on the command prompt, run it as administrator, and you'll press yes. After that, you'll go through and you'll type in you'll type ping, and then you'll type whatever DNS server you're wanting to ping and see what latency you get from it. So what we're going to do first, we're going to do the Google one, which is 8.8.8.8. And then after that, you'll just press enter. What it's doing is sending packages and seeing how long it takes for it to come back to my computer, which mine right now is 8 milliseconds, 8 milliseconds, 8 milliseconds, which ain't bad. Pretty good. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to check the other one, Cloudflare. So what we'll do, again, we'll type in ping 1.1.1.1, and we'll press enter. Oh, make sure you put a space in between when you're doing this. Don't have it all together, otherwise that'll happen. Then you'll just try it again. And as you can see, my Cloudflare had a little spike right there. So my latency on Cloudflare it says it's the same as that one, but my maximum was 9 instead of 8. So I have more consistency with Google. So I'm sticking with Google instead. So after that, since you figure that out, you'll go in and you go in edit here, and you'll type in the DNS server that was the best for you. Mine, like I said, was Google. So I have 8.8.8.8, and then my alternate one is 8.8.4.4. So after that, you'll go ahead and save, and that's all taken care of. So that's pretty much the basic stuff for helping with internet, besides going into more command prompt stuff. So we'll go ahead and do that. You'll go back down here to search, go type in CMP again, go find your command prompt, and then we'll go ahead and run it as administrator again. I got notes here that I use. My 3 main ones that I use is this one, config flushdns. This here helps clear out your DNS cache and stuff like that. It'll help reset it and not have so much data built up. All you do is put it in, press enter, and it says successfully flush the DNS reserve cache, which will help. And then the other 2 are the major things that are going to help. But this here, like I said, is going to lower your download and upload speed. But using this one here again, we'll turn it back to normal. But then disabling it will help with that buffer bloat. Make sure you don't have that buffer bloat to have that latency. So what I'm going to do is use this one here, copy and then paste, and then it'll say, okay, so it's done that. So, but my download and upload speed is lower than what it should be, but we can go ahead and later, if we're planning on doing some downloading or uploading, we can go back over here and switch it to normal, and it'll be back to the normal where it was, your proper download and upload speed. So if you can, open up a notepad and just make sure you have these in notes. That way you can access them all the time like I'm doing. That way you don't have to remember them. You can just go in, copy and paste and enter. So yeah, keep that in mind. There's also more you can look up on YouTube and stuff that also help a lot with your computer. I can make another video later down the road to help with that, because this command prompt area is a lot of stuff you'll want to keep in mind. It'll help with the computer, making sure you have it up to date, making sure files aren't corrupted and everything like that. So just keep that in mind. Command prompt is the main source to help with your computer. So after that, we'll go ahead and exit out all of that. So that's the first part to help with just normal internet latency. The next part we're going to be working on is optimizing Fortnite. So what you'll do is you'll bring up your Epic. You'll either have it on your desktop or you'll have it in your start. I have it on my quick bar down here. So I'm going to open up the Epic game launcher. And what we're going to do, we're going to go in here and we're going to go to the library. Go back to the $3 lines where it says Fortnite, and you'll go in here and you'll go into where it says options. Click on that. So you're going to have, unless you plan on playing it on high graphics, you can leave it as is. But I don't play it on high graphics. I play it on performance. So you'll have the you'll have high resolution textures marked. If you're trying to save space and stuff like that, you can uncheck mark that one. The one that's going to really help with ping and stuff, it's called the pre-download streamed assets. This here is all your skins, your cars and stuff skins. What it's normally doing when you first download Fortnite, what it is just streaming those to your computer instead of having them on your computer. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and check mark this and you'll press apply. After you do that, it'll take a minute for it to reinstall back in. And after it reinstalls back in, it'll have all your assets on your computer instead of it broadcasting. It'll take up a little bit more space, yes, but this will majorly help with your ping in Fortnite. So after you do all of that, we can go back and retest our latency. So what we'll do is we'll go bring back up the Oogla, and we're going to bring it back up that buffer tester. So we'll bring those back up. We'll go ahead and test our speed test here again, see what we get, see if we get lower ping. We're definitely going to get lower download and upload speeds since we disabled that one thing. Apparently it didn't work for me. I'm surprised, but you'll have lower latency. As you can see up there at the top, where earlier I had 8, now I have 7, which is pretty dope. And as you can see, yep. And then as my upload and download speed are a little decreased this time, but you can see up there where it shows the blue and the purple, you can see those numbers are more consistent now. They're not super high or fluctuating. So that helped. Then after that, we'll go to the buffer test again. Buffer test below. We'll go down here and we'll do test again. See if our buffer gotten better. Like I said, you're shooting for A+ if you can get it. Closer to A is better. So we'll here, wait this again, test. Like I said, I disabled, so my download and upload speed are going to be lower than what they were, but you can always set that back to normal later. It's not permanent. So if you're wanting to get the best for your game, disable it. So that way you don't get so much latency. It'll help respond and stuff like that. And boom, where I had the C before, now I have the A+, and that's what we're looking for. Your latency did not increase under load. Perfect. After all that, you're ready to game again. So nothing further to do. Thank you guys for watching, and if this video helped you in any way, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.